heart out around 5:30. Oh no, don't. Oh, come on. Let's try that again. There we go. We are entering wild. That's right, we are in Blackwater. Oh, I guess people are here. Howdy, friends.
And
Howdy.
the arm.
Howdy.
Morning, Moody.
Morning, Miss Fox.
I heard it. I was not. Yeah, I heard it. No, not the gunshots. I heard the local doctor talking to the deputy behind me about it. Yeah, they're right there. He's the one that brought the gentleman over. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you? What's going on?
Oh, good.
Oh, hello.
The doctor
So
said we do
there's
have a blood donor here.
Oh, we have a blood donor.
Now we
Fantastic.
do. Yeah, one of the rangers came in.
Have you set up for blood donation before?
I'll tell you what happened.
I've done the testing before. Yes.
All right. Would you like to try your hand at setting up the kit?
I'm gonna be honest with you. They just kind of handed it to me and said, "Find a vein, pull it," you know. So
it's
sure,
it's
I'd be
real
willing
simple,
to
Miss
try.
Fox. Yep. If you go grab the blood transfusion kit from the cabinet behind me, us.
Where would you like me to set up? You want me to sit by the sink or?
Yeah,
By
that
the
would be a
sink's
good
probably
place to
fine,
sit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
On show.
You know the drill. Have you eaten? Have you drunk alcohol? Are you well? Are you medicine?
I
you don't...
just had a stew about 10 minutes ago. I haven't had any alcohol in months.
That's fantastic.
Wonderful.
Alright.
When was the last time you donated?
At least a month ago.
All right. Well, you are a perfect candidate.
Miss Fox, so you're looking for a vein in the donor and then also one in the patient. Get that tubing set up, and then we'll go from there.
Haven't made that obvious.
All right.
Very straightforward, very similar to taking a sample.
Alright. Howdy, Ranger. Do you mind if I touch you? Thank you.
No, that's fine. You do what you need to do. I'm Olive, by the way. Olive Hellman. I'm
Nice.
assuming.
Nice to
Also,
meet
hi,
you,
Birdie.
Black
I don't
Fox.
think I've seen you since you
Black
set up my
Fox
citizen
Ranger.
file for me.
No, I don't think we have. Keep on missing you being on duty.
Alright, you're gonna feel a little bit of a poke.
Trinium,
I'll try to be
appreciate you,
gentle,
bud.
okay?
No, you're fine. It's not my first time giving blood. You're all right. Do what you need to do.
Alright, there we go. And then set this up to a tubing, right?
Yep,
And
and
then
to,
do
then to
the
the patient.
same. Yes. Okay.
Now you'll notice there's those little gates at each end.
Mm-hmm.
Once we actually get started, you're going to turn the patient gate, and then we're going to turn. Sorry, we're going to turn the donor gate, and then the patient gate, and then we're going to go hopefully around 5 minutes, 7 if the donor can take it. Absolutely, do not go longer than 10,
Right. Okay.
and then turn the gates off in the same order that you turned them on. So start with the donor and then the patient.
Okay.
Stay safe, don't die.
So how do you enjoy being a deputy, Deputy Pebble?
All right. Other than that, yeah. So we have 3 gunshot wounds to the torso. 1 artery was nicked in the torso. That's been repaired.
Okay.
Torso is all stitched up. The arm had some tendon damage that I just fixed, and now I'm working on closing that. That is all the injuries I've seen so far. So if somebody wants to, give him a little look over and see if there's anything else that I missed.
I'd be happy to. It looks like maybe Miss Fox had a headache. Ethan, thank you for the follow. I'm doing well. This is a modded server roleplay specific for Red Dead
Judging from
Online.
what someone said when they came in here and recognized him, his name is Arthur.
So while we are talking in character, we are specifically in character as right now as Robert
Doctor
Norton
had
Moody.
already set IV and clamped the artery, but I got here, so.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. It looks like he doesn't have any more wounds waiting. His pulses and breathing is a little low. But that's consistent with the blood necessary, I think. Did she get it? She get it set up to both?
I think she was looking for a vein on the donor before she.
Oh, I think she stuck me.
Oh, she did.
I
Okay.
think she
pinch,
had
yeah.
found it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, as long as it's set up for the patient too.
Yeah, if you don't mind doing that, then I think we should just go ahead and get that started, because he's been needing blood for a while now.
Okay, looks like she didn't quite get there. That's okay. I can do that real fast. It's actually not. It's a cowboy roleplay game. It's made by the same people that did Grand Theft Auto. Okay, we got this side. All right. Okay, it is 2:13. I'm gonna go ahead and open the gates. Oh, 2:14.
Perfect.
Howdy, Miss Fox. You feeling any better? Miss Fox, can you hear me? Maybe nobody can.
It's rough these days. Lots of dust on the roads and in the cities and everywhere.
Yeah, apparently. Is it dusty here?
Well, the kind of dust that causes headaches,
Oh, yep.
or city fumes.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
That's certainly happening. That's okay. I went ahead and finished off getting the vein in the patient, and then opened the gates at about 2:14. So it's only been about a minute. If you want to take over, though, you're more than welcome to, Miss Fox.
If you would like me to, I can, yeah.
Sure. Honestly, most of what we're doing is just watching it, making sure nothing bad happens, and then turning it off once we get to about 2:19, 2:20.
Alright. 3 more minutes. Okay.
And at that point, we're just taking the needle out. We're turning the gates, taking the needles out, covering it with gauze, just like we would if we did a blood test.
Okay.
Definitely need to keep an eye on the patient. He's lost a lot of blood and he's been in that state for a while, so there's a slight chance that he might go into shock.
Have you... So, I know we're doing the blood transfusion, but would strawberry extract be a good idea?
I haven't tested him for allergies on that yet. I tend to not add that as long as he's getting blood. I
Alright.
check to see if that is enough to stabilize. It's just there's so many people that are allergic to grapeseed and strawberry extract, an increasing number, in fact. So I tend to, only use it absolutely necessary.
Yeah, well, we don't
Makes
want people
sense.
to build up tolerance anyway.
Yeah. So we'll check in when 5 minutes have gone past how he's responding to it.
Too many people with a tolerance, and then we wind up having to use morphine more and more, and that's not ideal, according to Silas.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
I mean, using an addictive drug is probably not the best idea, so yeah, I can understand where he's coming from with it. How are you feeling, Miss Olive?
I'm alright.
That's good. Not feeling dizzy. You're feeling fine.
I mean, I'm feeling a little tiny, teensy weensy bit woozy, but I mean, nothing crazy.
Okay. We got
I
one
it's the
more
same
minute.
feeling from when I was given blood the other time, so it's alright. I ain't gonna
Alright.
pass out on you, I promise.
Well, if that changes, please let us know.
I will.
Yeah. One more minute, 2 or 3 if she can take it, and the patient needs it, but we may be okay.
Yes, one more minute.
It's a little
Alright.
hard to tell on, slightly older patient's skin, but I do, in this dim evening light, think I see a little bit of color coming back to the cheeks.
Perfect. It is 19, so I'm gonna turn off the, I'm gonna close the gates for now, then. Unless you think we should do one more minute.
Well, if you're gonna close them and then take it out. Don't leave it in there.
Alright.
Yep, just close on the donor side first, let the blood run all the way through, and then you close on the receiver end and take it out. Oh yeah, no, his pulse is definitely improving. This is good. I don't think we need to add anything else.
Oh, good.
He's got some quercetin to stabilize.
Yep, that'll fight the shock too. That's good.
Alright.
Oh, is
Grab some
Birdie
gauze real
senior?
fast.
I forgot about that. We're gonna look at the contact list and see. I think she's a senior. Yep, she's a senior medic.
Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure right here while I pull this out, okay?
Okie dokie. It's always a very strange sensation having needles go into and then out of your
Yep,
body.
always is.
I feel like we take a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
can
blood
help
from
someone, it's
rangers.
okay. Yeah, well, we're usually the people who find them, so I'm glad that we have so many that are able to give blood.
Yeah.
Makes
the
it very
vampire
quick in
department.
finding a donor. Ooh.
I shouldn't
Yes,
say
I
that
tell
actually.
people I'm a
There's a
vampire.
actually that's a bad time, and apparently there is someone down in Saint Denis that's claiming to be
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's been a whole thing recently.
Good
Never mind,
lord.
I'm not telling people I'm a vampire. No, thank you.
Alright, how's that bandaging feeling? Feeling good? Are you able to move your arm? Don't think it'll come free?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
You did well. Doesn't sting as much as, other first timers when they jab me with the needle, so well done.
Thank you.
You said 3 gunshot wounds there, Miss Birdie.
Yes. I'm just trying to poke a little bit at it. Yeah, 3 in the torso and 1 in the arm.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yes, 4 gunshots. Just trying to poke him to see if he would wake up soon. It's it varies a little bit from person to person. Some people would need some overnight care. Other people are able to recover a little bit faster, able to wake up and get their wits about them fairly fast.
If you don't need me anymore, I'll get out of your way and go get me a chocolate bar.
Yes, chocolate bar, and if you can find orange juice, it also works. Well, here, let me get out of your way, just a little bit. Thank
We appreciate this to no end.
Yeah, of course. You guys be safe. And
You
thank
as
for
well.
You
everything that
too.
Thank you for your
Likewise.
donation.
do. No problem.
It looks like he's not in a deep, coma or anything. So I think he just needs to lay here and rest for a little while. So I'm happy to stay here with him, do some paperwork.
Alright. I know Oliver outside wants stitches removed at some point too from either one of you.
That's probably something you could do.
Yeah, am I able to do that? I'll happily do that. That's
I mean, seeing as we're here, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you might want to cough.
Hmm.
Oliver,
you
see
want me
him.
to
You
sit
just
over
do your
here?
magic.
Perfect. Yay.
Birdie's is
Alright.
better.
Yes, much better.
Very good. I went ahead and started the file for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll finish that while I oversee him. If you
Yeah,
could
absolutely.
oversee her work, that would be
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Okay, let's look at you.
Miss Fox, you're gonna want actually the small scissors in that kit, not the scalpel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Scalpel's a little too sharp, and your hands may be steady enough. Some people's aren't. So the scissors are better in terms of just getting the knot, and then you can pull the rest out with the forceps.
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Dr. Silas did have to tighten the stitches a bit the other day because I was riding a little bit and they did come loose. They didn't break apart.
Well, it happens sometimes, but that's good.
Once I get the stitches removed, would I be good to retest for the blood donation? My test results came back as inconclusive, and it's been a few days since my injury.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Alright, that's good. Because I would greatly like to become a blood donor so I can help out more, and especially since I'm always here at Blackwater, I think that would definitely work out.
What was your name again, my friend?
My name is Oliver Slick, S-L-I-C-K.
S-L-I-C-K?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's gonna feel real weird, but I feel like you've had plenty of these.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
When was this injury?
This should have been a few days ago by a bear attack out in tall trees.
Mm-hmm. Was it taken care of by a local doctor or one of us?
One of yous, I believe. It was,
Didn't you say Silas did it?
You did mention Silas.
I believe Silas did, yes.
Interesting.
Did he not write it down?
Either he didn't get your name at any point, or no, he didn't write it down.
Because it was a Ranger Lee that got me to win, and I could be misremembering, but I do believe it was Silas.
Was there anybody else here with you?
Other than me, it was just Ranger Lee who got me back
Okay.
I think I got it all.
up on my feet, bringing me over to the medical office.
Right, I think I got it all. Let me double check. I think it looks good.
You think it looks good?
It looks fine to me.
Well, in your medical opinion, that's probably good enough.
Alright, yeah, it looks like it's been healed fine. Alright, well,
Alright, that's good.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
seems
you.
good to me.
Oh, I'll have the nurse help clean that up. Sorry about that.
We're gonna have to send Silas a tip just to. Hey, you
Just
didn't.
ask.
You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
send us.
You can speak to Mr. Arthur in the tent.
Yeah, but it happened a few days ago out in tall trees. I was picking some mushrooms for trying to mess with some tonics, and I got jumped by a bear.
Which office did you get looked at in?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
In the main room.
Yeah. Miss Fox, if you want to, you can go ahead and get started on that blood test again.
Okay. I was the one that took it the first time, so I'm curious if it's because I did it that it became inconclusive. So
Probably not. Everybody usually has to do at least 2 often because the first one comes back and they need to confirm. I've actually had 3,
okay.
and at this point, I'm not going to have another one done because I'm more helpful to people if I can't give blood.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can do that then. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that I can help in any way I can, especially since I live here in Blackwater and I'm always
Sure,
around
yeah.
and all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have words with Silas. I cannot find the file that you supposedly made for you after that.
I could be misremembering it as well, so
All right. Have you eaten? Had any alcohol?
I have eaten a bit ago at the saloon, but nothing to drink besides water.
All right. Not been sick recently within the last few weeks?
No, ma'am.
All right. Slow down 1 second. We just got to go ahead and make sure that we grab all the pertinent things because it's not quite as simple as that. Once you can actually see the once you can see the paperwork, you'll be able to actually find the
The questions.
Yep, they're in here, which is great.
I was asking basically what I could remember.
Yep. So the first one is current occupation.
What is your current occupation, Mr. Slick?
Transit officer.
Very good. Second one is any current or recent injuries, as in within the last week.
1 bear tag. And that was a few days ago.
And where specifically were you injured? Obviously, you had the stitches taken out, but
My chest.
okay. Any current or recent medications within the last week?
No, sir.
Any alcohol consumed within the last day?
No, sir.
Have you eaten a meal today?
I have indeed. I ate a meal a bit ago.
Very good. Any history of disease in your family?
Not that I know of.
Do you consent to the taking of your blood for testing today and understand what it will be used for?
I do understand.
Okay. Current residence, that would be the county.
Blackwater.
Yep. So I think that's West Elizabeth. Is that right?
Yes, West Elizabeth, I believe so. Because New Boston is Armadillo and Tumbleweed and
Yeah, West Elizabeth is everywhere up to
Strawberry and
yeah, so Thieves is like the end point of it looks like.
so we're West Elizabeth.
Okay. Yep. You can go ahead then, Miss Fox.
Alright. Alright, is it okay that I touch you?
Yes.
Alright. Well, your veins are definitely easier to find than others.
That's good. Or is it bad?
Is it? Yeah, I mean it's yeah, it just makes everybody's life a little bit easier.
That's true enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
KU702.
Okay, just gonna get this out of you. Let us know if you feel dizzy, please. We don't want you to pass out.
I feel perfectly fine. Despite the fact I got stuck with the needle drawing blood, but other than that,
You know what? You asked for this.
I knew that it was
I'm
sounding
just
over. I'm not
saying.
complaining.
You asked for this. This is your fault.
Alright, so do you think that's enough blood then? Mr. Moody?
All right, well, it should be. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah, but I wanted that, double check.
Yep. Do you think it is?
I do.
Then it's fine.
All
Just
right.
make sure you put his name on there, so we can keep it with the file. And we will get this sent down to Saint Denis. If you've got the gauze on there.
Yeah, we're about to put it on right now.
Very good, Mr. Slick. You're good to go as far as we're concerned. You should be hearing back from the probably somebody from the Saint Denis office in the next week or two.
Next week, so same as the first time. All right.
Yeah, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it takes longer. Just depends on how long it takes them to go through the samples.
All right. I really hope that I am able to.
Yeah.
Alright, move your arm a little bit, make sure that bandaging holds.
Ooh, a lot of horses.
Yeah, it looks like they're leaving now.
Those are
Alright,
really long.
there we go.
All right. I recognize the blue coat, the blue poncho.
All right, very good. If I could have that that vial.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay.
All right.
Just check the tip line. An armadillo. What? Alrighty.
Anything interesting?
Birdie went out to Armadillo to help a patient with a bear attack. If you'd like, we can head that direction.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you mind if I swing to the saloon real fast? Because I need food.
Nah, go right ahead.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna-
be right back.
I'm gonna stick here in town to finish up my apartment as much as I can.
Yeah, alright. Have fun.
It was good.
The same goes for you, Moody. Stay safe.
You too, Mr. Pebbles.
Yeah, I will. Always will.
Always will. And this one is resolved. Oh, if you've just ran to the telegram, we can just take a coach down then.
Oh, I just sent a telegram first to see if you wanted us to come out, or because you
If
might
the
have
a local doctor had taken care of it or something.
yeah, well, local doctor has, but he still wants like a checkup. So I just asked
Oh,
if he wants
sure.
us to come out there, or if he's coming here, so that we don't have to make the trip
Yeah,
unnecessarily.
makes sense. Makes sense. Fox ran to the saloon to get some food.
All right, she gonna come on duty, or
So she's a trainee.
yeah, I know, but you still have to go on duty as a trainee.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if anybody's told her because when she started, they were trying that new Blackboard feature that they didn't seem to be able to quite get correct.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, if you look at the paperwork, she might be getting her sash very soon, so it's almost not worth telling her.
That's very true.
All right.
Okey-doke.
We excuse me. We're actually we're waiting on a response from the patient to see if they want us to go down there or if they are gonna move to somewhere else. Apparently, a
Okay.
local doctor looked at the injury, but still kind of wants us to check it out. So
Alright. I'm surprised they were taken to Armadillo instead of here at Blackwater if it's a bear attack.
I suppose it depends where. There is around Manzanita Post. There's something, and
Yeah, but I would assume that you would just come down here.
Yeah,
I
that
figure
would-
it's a little bit closer.
Yeah,
mhm.
so he was attacked earlier, so he got looked at here in Blackwater by local
Oh.
doctors. That's why.
Oh, now he's in
Oh,
Armadillo
gotcha.
and wants. Okay, I see. He
Yeah.
wants to get double checked out. I see.
Gotcha, that makes more sense.
Yeah, there's no
Way
desert
more
bears
sense,
that I
yep.
know of.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there are anything out that direction except for maybe the occasional pack of wolves.
Cougars too.
Oh, and the Del Lobos, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that they don't do anything down that way too often.
the Del Lobos or animals.
Yeah, no, the Del Lobos. Not yeah.
It depends.
They
That's
tend not
fair.
to touch medics, which I greatly
They do,
appreciate.
which this is nice.
Very few people do. It's the lone wolves that I'm more scared of. You know, the people who operate alone are a little bit,
Yeah. I got
Yeah, that's
stopped
fair.
by a fellow just outside Armadillo who asked me if I wanted a cigarette or something else to get messed up, and I said no. I'm going to be going on duty, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Pointed a Navy at me, took my
God.
gun and some other things, and yeah, wasn't good.
Oh, Mr.
Oh my.
Peacock, look
Howdy,
at you.
sir.
Hello there. I got you something. The token of my appreciation.
Oh, what is
There you go.
Oh, Blackberry Jam.
I made it
Gotta look
myself.
at this. You did?
Well,
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
you're welcome. That's why I went over to the deputies. I
Oh my
just wanted
goodness.
to. Oh God, he looks like he's in the balls. I'll get out of your hair, but I'll take it very easily now.
Very old.
All right, yeah, you rest up.
Yeah, let me know if you want the
Hi,
recipe for that.
You want to sit down?
Yeah, I got told to. I got a telegram from
Oh, this would be the bear attack fellow.
Dr. White, I think. Yeah,
Yep.
Yes,
Have
that
a
was
seat.
me.
Have a seat on the cot, my friend.
name's Raylan, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Mate, he's a nice man. He's a nice man. Hope you feel better soon, Raymond.
Raymond.
Mr. Allen, are you comfortable with a trainee looking over? We have a trainee here who is very, very experienced and very, very good. So I wouldn't be scared of her at all.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, sure.
Alright. So you said this happened a little bit ago. Local doctors looked you over?
Yeah, they bandaged me up and stitched up my face, but people I was second. I was talking to at the time, they told me to get my head looked at. That's something to do with forgetting things or something.
Right, okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is, if you're okay with me touching you, I'm gonna unwind these bandages from your head first.
Okay.
And see what happened, okay?
Miss Fox, while you're doing that, you might check him for potential concussion too.
Alright, I can do that. Alright. Well, they really did stitch you, didn't you? Alright. Let me see how well these stitches hold,
Really
and
so.
then we're going to do a concussion test, okay? Alright. So that redness around the wound, I don't particularly care for. That can be signs of possible infection setting in. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use just the back of my hand, just touch over that red area, just to see if there's any heat to it, okay?
Okay.
If I hurt you, please let me know.
All right.
Alright, so I'm not terribly thrilled that you feel a little bit warmer than normal. So what I'm guessing is there's probably some kind of infection starting. Generally what I would think we should do is probably undo these stitches as much as we probably don't want to, but we need to get up in there, clean it out again, and then re-stitch you back up.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Moody?
Nope, that sounds good. The only thing I might add is carefully just check around the swollen part just to make sure that there's no bones that got broken that maybe somebody missed.
Alright, I can do that. Alright.
Howdy, Matthew.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a pressure around your eye. Again, please tell me if I hurt you. This is probably not gonna feel great, but I do want to see if there's anything broken underneath, okay?
Okay, yeah, do your thing.
Alright, so it does seem like it's just bruising. Nothing seems broken, so it's probably just, the body's
Yep.
natural reaction
And the
for
swelling
getting...
probably does have something to do with a little bit of infection.
Probably. So what we can
Howdy,
do...
Mr. Vandervar, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, doing well. How are you?
So
Doing fairly
what
well.
I'm thinking is I'm going to remove these stitches and give you a nice thorough cleaning with some lavender water. But first I'm going to see if you have any signs of concussion, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Does anybody have a lantern or a candle? Because I actually don't on me at current. It's on a different horse.
It's a good thing.
I do not.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna hold up a finger. I'm gonna ask that you try to follow it as best you can, okay?
Yeah, sure thing.
Alright, follow the finger with just your eyes, please. Try not to move your head.
You hold it more in front of my head instead of off to the side like that. Okay.
Yep, right here. Can you see this?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna move it left, and I'm gonna ask that you try to track it with just your eyes, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Alright, So I'm going to now try to move it to the right, okay? We're just going to return to the center and move it right, okay?
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay, so just going off of the tracking movements, I'm going to say, and the fact we don't have any current lights we can use, you probably have a concussion. You did say that you're having some memory loss, correct?
People that picked me up seem to think so. They
Alright.
spoke to the local doctors, I mean. I
Mhm.
told them everything that I could remember. Like how...
Right.
So, they said, how many fingers? I said 3.
Mhm.
They said, what year is it? Of course, I said 92. And on the way back, he didn't really... He's talking about some place called Strawberry. I've
Mhm.
never been there, so I don't really know. I
Mhm.
said if he could just take me nearby Billings, that'd be great. I ain't seen no signs
Uh,
for it or nothing.
I see. Okay.
That's where I live. Caroline's gonna be worried sick about me.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
They're Raylan Shelby.
You did say that. Yep, Raylan. Can you check his head for bumps, Miss Fox?
Mhm.
Can you spell your name for me, sir?
Raylan.
Mm-hmm.
And Shelby is Shelby.
Yeah, you don't have a citizen file, what I can tell.
What do you do for work?
Um. Uh, I
Right.
I help.
I'm beginning to wonder if maybe he's
I
new to the
help
crossing
people
and hit
around
his
town.
head and something along those lines.
Yeah. All right. Well, on the
Yeah.
good side of things, it doesn't seem like there's anything, there's no lumps, bumps on your head. What you looking for there?
My pen or
Your
used to
pen.
something. See, messing something. Sorry,
Yeah?
what was it? What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just asking what you did for work. And then you started reaching, so I was curious what you were looking for. So I'm pretty sure you have a concussion. Your eyes are kind of glassy. You can't really follow my finger very well. I would definitely say you have some memory loss. So you are in Blackwater. Do you know where that is? Do you know what state that's in?
Well, I can't travel too far outside of Montana.
Oh, I see.
Close
Well,
by, close by at least.
all
Of
right.
course, they got them barricades up just around the towns right now, just on account of the gangs. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll be able to sort that out, and it'll all be okay.
I
We'll
see.
we'll get to that. It's just
Yeah,
we ain't got enough people right now in the town. The sheriff's doing his best.
I
Get
see.
there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And you said it's 1892?
It is, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove these stitches right now. See about getting this infection under control. Okay.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. If this hurts, please let me know. It's not gonna feel great. What I can do is, it's not gonna feel great. It's not gonna feel great. If you have,
Dr. Fletcher, we got an interesting one.
that, but I feel like you're a tough man.
Oh no, I can probably handle it, but I might.
Sorry, Dr. Chevalier.
It's Caroline, your wife, mister.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Oh, you said the name, so that's why I asked.
So
And you're
the
wearing a wedding
fella behind us is
Right,
talking
try to
about
hold still,
Billings,
okay?
Montana, and he thinks it's 1892. He was
So,
attacked by a
yep.
bear and got cleaned up by a local doctor here earlier,
Right.
I guess. But we can't. We're not noticing anything clearly wrong with his head other than that he's probably got some kind of a concussion. His eyes seem a little glassy. No citizen file. The fellow says his name is Raylan. He's talking about a wife named
It's
Caroline,
probably
but
gonna feel really weird.
it's just kind of an interesting sort of thing.
But you know.
What year did you
has
say
to
he
happen,
thought
sorry.
it
He
was?
thinks it's 1892. We haven't told him otherwise yet.
A lot can happen in 10 years. She might already
Yeah.
be dead.
Well, and he's a long way from Billings, Montana.
Mm.
He seems like he may clearly have some kind of infection with his face. He's got redness, swelling. Fox right now is taking the stitching out and
Alright, how you hanging
cleaning
in
it
there?
again just to
I'm
see
fine, I think.
if it is infected.
Okay. Alright, doing fantastic.
I'm not sure the extent of other injuries, but as you can see, he's beat up pretty bad.
Yeah. So it's face, potential infection. What
Mhm.
else are we looking at?
That I'm not sure. We haven't gotten quite that far.
Don't mind.
The Billings, Montana, 1892, all sort of
Just
threw us
making
for a
sure
loop.
that I got it all.
Yes. I mean, where the hell's Montana?
I don't know. Is it north? I guess.
Alright, so
Sounds.
now what
Is
I'm
it an
gonna do is
American
I'm just
state?
gonna get
I think
some
it's an American state.
lavender water going,
Yes,
okay?
it is, I believe.
I'm going to wet this rag I got and just
Or maybe a
clean it up,
territory.
okay? Make
Yeah.
sure we get rid of this infection.
Oh yeah, it's a state.
Curious. I'm just going to check the tip line just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's make sure we get everything now.
Oh, she gonna get her sash soon.
Alright, that's probably where this infection is stemming from. It does look like there's still a little bit of dirt in there. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of a flush with this lavender water, see if we can get it out, okay?
Yeah, it did seem to be in a bit of a hurry.
I see. Well, thankfully we're in no hurry at all here, so we'll be sure to make everything, fine this time.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if we get anything else hiding in there. Perfect. Okay, so it does seem like we got it all out. I'm gonna take a look at this infection, see if there's anything in specific that I need to remove for it, or if it just really was irritation from these debris left, okay?
This is gonna be a funny question, Miss Fox, but how's it smell?
I don't know. Let me take a sniff. Alright, so it actually doesn't smell like anything terrible,
Well,
so
that's good.
I'm not seeing any pus either, so it's just the redness. So what I'm thinking is it was probably just the irritation from the debris left inside.
Could certainly be likely, yep. Given the state of his face, do you want to check him for the other injuries and make sure those are okay too?
Yeah, I was gonna say, once we stitch him back up on his face, it would probably be a good idea to go to the body as well.
Sure.
And I was thinking, since it is the face, probably surgical silk, with probably a micro stitch would be a good idea.
Sounds good to me. We gotta try and boost her
All right, you ready
confidence.
for the worst part of this whole situation?
Oh God, what are you gonna do to me?
All right, I'm gonna stitch you back up.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna feel great.
Make sure,
again-
if you want, you can do a quick patch test with cocaine paste before you do any of that, so you can numb his face up a little, if that'll be helpful.
Yeah, do you think you want to see of taking it, or do you want me to see if you're allergic to cocaine? If you don't already know if you are or not.
But I used it earlier. I think I'm okay.
All right. Well,
That's a good sign.
let me put on gloves because I am not okay with it.
Oh yeah, she's allergic to cocaine paste. I forgot this.
Okie dokie. Just gonna put those on real fast. Right. Okie dokie. So I'm just gonna do a small little bit of this. Make sure you feel nice and numb, but hopefully don't get any kind of ill effects from it.
Okay. Take your time, Lily. It's okay.
Lily?
Yeah.
I see. My name is Blake. Nice to meet you. I am a medic trainee here for the Saints Crossing Medical Department.
Yeah, this guy's definitely from...
Sorry, I'm... Still got myself confused. Sorry.
No, you're alright. I don't mind. So, do you want to tell me who this Lily is? I'm curious now.
Lily?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
I don't know. You called me Lily, so I was just curious.
I don't know what you mean.
Fair enough. Alright. So...
Alright, so he's clearly confused. Did y'all catch the name?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the sort of thing where we might see about finding out if he's got fingerprints on file,
we're
since the
gonna let
man
that sit
clearly
for a
doesn't
second.
remember
You
who he
should
is
start feeling a
or
little
does, but it's
tingly,
not
and then just
anybody
go
we
numb
know?
in the area, okay?
Okay.
Fingerprints aren't, unfortunately, we don't.
Oh, I know.
those.
I know we can't
So
do
you
it, but I
have a
mean,
wife,
if it
huh?
corresponds
What
to
does she do
something,
for a
couldn't
living?
She's
the
a
law
nurse.
maybe be
Name's
able to tell
Caroline.
us?
Oh, fantastic.
Potentially. I'm just looking through the citizen files now, and there's only two other Raylans on record. There's a Raylan who they made a file and they just left it empty, which is about as much use as a chocolate fire guard.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be
That's not
that
a
one,
thing.
but I don't know.
It could be. I mean, it's a very deputy thing to do, but
You wanna
we've
keep
also
going
now
with that, or-
we've now made a file
Oh, yeah,
which is
she's
much
great.
more
She,
complete.
She does a lot of work around the town. Yeah. She's a nurse. But
Didn't
she
he
helps
give
out
us
up
his
at
last
school,
name?
So she
Yes, he
kinda
did.
just
Shelby.
helps out little
yeah.
kids and
Very good.
bumps and bruises, scrapes, whatnot. She gonna be worried sick about me. I'll be gone for at least a couple days.
Yeah? I see. She probably is. We can always ask around.
How long you think? Yeah, how long you think it'll take me to get back to Billings from here, at least?
Oh, boy.
Billings? I'm not sure actually how far away it is. Just right. Hold still. I'm gonna start stitching. Okay, I don't want you moving.
Great. Yep.
So there is also one of those one first name citizen entries for a Caroline, like his wife's name, but there's more in there. Something about a former cannibal living in tall trees.
Ah, yeah, but look when it was made.
When it was made?
Look, top right. Whenever you ask for a file,
You're
you
not
can actually
feeling
see
Oh.
when the last time
are
someone
you?
made
Or
any
at
changes
least
to it.
most
It's
of it?
way too old.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Is
You're doing fantastic.
Well, I
by
wonder
the
if
way.
Raylan's is-
Thank you for
is
holding
that
still
old.
for me.
All right.
the old that like
It,
first
it's
one?
not. I've checked.
Okay.
His
Interesting.
alpha file was made roughly 6 days ago.
Well, that could be it, but he doesn't seem to think he's been around that long.
So these are micro stitches. So generally, when you look at a stitch, it's going to be a lot bigger. But since this is the face, and as cool as scars look, the skin is a little bit more sensitive around here. So using these micro stitches just makes it to where it holds a little bit better, but it's not giant.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna test the hold on these. Make sure they hold without pulling your skin at all. We don't want to cause you pain. We're trying to help you after all.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some food.
All right.
Weird coinky weird thing. Not really a coincidence. It's just a strange thing, I guess. I want peaches and I want 7 of them. Howdy.
I don't know if a
they can
brim
get cleaned
hat's
up by
gonna
the
hide your
stable
face.
master.
They might. Alright, so...
They say they're gonna start asking questions.
Well, I mean, you did say you got attacked by a bear. There's nothing wrong with that.
And but they're gonna wonder where I've been. They don't talk to me about it.
I see. Well, I don't know what to tell you for that one, I will admit. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's see about getting this shirt and these bandages off of your torso, just so that way we can get a good look at these stitches. Hopefully the local doctor wasn't as negligent for these ones as they were your face.
Okay.
And Matthew and where did they go?
On the 10th, they just got a customer, so I chucked them on
Oh,
it
okay.
since we've already done some patients. Got to share the load,
Sure.
Well, on the bright side, these ones look like they were handled fine. So we're just gonna put honey and marigold salve on those as well, just to help with the healing process. That will your
Okay.
face and rewrap this up real nice and tight. You do have a concussion, so I would recommend water and not sleeping for a while. Do you have anybody in the crossing that you know is nearby?
I don't know. Now check my telegrams. There's people put that are written to me, but I don't call it. And there's a name of somebody in my notebook, but I don't remember. I
Hey,
remember.
what's the name in your notebook, my friend?
Starts with an A. I'd have to look at it.
Mm-hmm. That's fine if you want to do that.
Yeah, yeah, if you want to look at your notebook real fast, it's fine. I need to grab some more bandages anyway, so that way I can rewrap you cleanly.
Okay, so my initials are on here.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what my telegram is.
Mm-hmm.
But on the first page, there's a telegram number and somebody by the name of Alder.
Alder.
Alder. I don't say.
How's it spelled? Do you know?
ALDER.
Sounds like Alder to me.
Oh boy. And what's the is you said there was a telegram number in there? Do you know it or?
It's a PX024.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so I'm gonna put this salve on and then wrap you up, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna be a little sticky. I'm
So
sorry.
there's a
that's the honey in
coyote
it.
Alder
Yep.
with that telegram number. Two next to kins. He's the leader of Department of Unsolved Mysteries. Last updated 5 days ago by Sheriff
It's
McGregor.
gonna
It
sound
looks
really
like.
funny. But
You
if
said
can,
Alder?
Like, scrunch
Yep.
your face
That's a
little
woman.
bit and like relax it. I just want to
Coyote
make sure
Alder
the
is.
salve
Well,
doesn't,
that's the name he's got in
cause
front of
any
his
sticking, and it also makes
his
sure
book.
that
We
the-
got two
the,
names here for next to kins. I wonder if he's either of them.
Oh, yeah, Miss
threads
Alder
in your
is a woman.
stitches
She
don't
is,
pull.
yeah, I guess she is the leader of that department.
Okay.
Alright.
They do come around and ask us a
You're
bunch of
being
questions sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Let's see.
I'm just standing here trying to gauge how safe he
Yeah.
is with himself.
I
You know,
mean,
there's a chance that he might just get lost somewhere because he doesn't know where to
Yep.
go.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
looks
very
like
true.
it's moving perfectly fine. So
Um,
let's get you all
he-
wrapped up then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll
That's
be able
very
to take
interesting.
Should we
bandages off my
send
face for a
Alder
little
a
while.
telegram about him, or?
If they're on the next of kin, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a next to kin because he doesn't have a citizen file until now,
Maybe?
right?
Oh,
I
wait,
personally
so
prefer it
tell
to
me
be
again where-
closed over, just
So he's
so
got
that we know nothing
he's got a
in.
book with
But
But
Alder's
if you don't want
last
it
name
on your
in the book,
face,
along with her
Oh.
as
telegram.
long as you make sure you know don't go
And the
rolling
name
around
matches
in
the telegram
dust or
number
dirt.
that is in her citizen file.
Make sure to keep your
Yeah.
face clean.
Okay, yeah,
and
definitely not
dry.
notify
I
if
think
it's
it
not
should
next
be
of kin,
okay.
but
Mhm.
it's worth
Just 'cause
noting.
of
We could
crash or walk
we could
and
talk to the
see
deputies about
bandages
this.
are gonna ask
I
all
think
That's a good idea, I think.
Right. And why does it matter that they ask the question?
Do you want me to run over there see if there are any?
That hurt me.
yeah.
I tell you about that?
No.
Thought I-
Raylan Shelby. Well, howdy.
Okay. And you said your wife was a nurse?
I did.
Yeah. You said her name is Caroline, right? As far as I'm aware, do you know if she works for the Saints Crossing Medical Department?
Miss Birdie.
Yes.
There's no law in the office. Should we send him a telegram or?
Now, so I'd imagine not.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
He sounded
Well,
more
it's not
clear
urgent.
there
It's
just
just-
now.
He remembers that it's
Yeah,
1903 now.
unfortunately,
Just
sometimes-
I think it's more a matter of that we
Yeah,
notify
I
them.
mean,
I don't think
even
it's,
as
you know,
even as
very
a medic,
urgent
there's really sometimes no stopping
like
it,
that.
is
So
there?
we can
They'd
just send
already
them a
shot her by the
telegram.
time
I'm
I
happy
got
to do
there.
that.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
Tried
Yeah.
to round up as many of us as I could, but
Just trying to
First
listen
one
in
got
as I
away.
can so I can gauge
Mhm.
his.
Yeah.
I'm sorry of that. Well, it does seem like your memory is coming back. So just to reiterate what we've talked about, okay? You do have a concussion. When you came in here, you said the people that helped you out did say that you have some memory loss, which is why it's a good thing. It seems like it's coming back, even as painful as that is. You do have wounds to your torso area. They look like the local doctor did good on them. I put some marigold and honey salve on them and re-wrapped them in bandages.
okay.
You do have a swollen face with fresh stitches going across it, as we did have to open those stitches back up to clean out some debris. It seems like an infection was starting, but hopefully by getting that stuff out, we've stopped it. Your face is going to feel a little kind of fuzzy for a bit, as we did use cocaine paste.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
feel a little kind of numb.
Yeah, it's gonna feel that way for a bit. As for people saying that they're gonna hurt you, do you wanna? I mean, we can go get the law. We can go get the law.
Uh, uh, I feel like that's a bad plan. He said if I spoke to anybody, it was worse.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Could you confirm your name for me, sir?
It's Raylan Shelby.
Okay, yep. Your memory's coming back. I didn't know if you were gonna suddenly remember a different name, maybe that you'd gone by. Just double checking. It's all right.
Okay.
Do you happen to know names of anybody that has threatened you?
Don't think I should be talking.
Well, I mean, we're just Department of Health. We just want to make sure you're safe.
Crash is the one that did all the beat the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to some people trying to figure out what I lost. I've been waking up at the lake and can't quite recall how I get there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to piece things together, and I mentioned that I've been talking to some people that might be able to
Right.
help.
Right.
They don't want me talking to nobody. They said that they're all I need, and I shouldn't be talking to nobody else.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Are they giving you anything while you're out there, or?
Other than a couple punches to my nose, and I mean, it's so strange because were fine before that. I mean, I don't remember, but they said we'd been riding together for years. So I've been trying to piece things together and recall some memories and
Sure.
done some things that I ain't proud of.
Well, that's very human of you, Mr. Shelby. I don't know that there's a man can say he ain't done something he's not proud of.
It's real bad, though. I thought maybe they were like... thought maybe I was with them and they knew me. It's just my memory getting in the way that I just followed along and come back to me, but the longer I spend with them, it just keeps getting worse.
I see.
I'm just gonna look at your arms real fast. I just want to make sure sometimes scrapes and bruises can happen on the way as well, just to, make sure we cover all our bases. We don't want you getting any kind of infection on any fresh wounds after all. Alright, but it looks like you just have some scarring. Nothing new, nothing too terribly fancy like, so that's good. We like that.
I don't know, I'm all kinds of confused lately, and I'm trying to...
Sure.
Just, I don't know if... I don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not. I feel like I'm missing a lot from my own head. It's hard for me to put into words.
Well, I'm glad you're here. If not, for anything other than we are able to look at you. And as to whether you're supposed to be here in the crossing, I'm sure you have something, some reason.
They said that... don't recall why, but... I think something happened and... either moved here or ended up here, but I don't remember anything. They remember all of it. Their memory's fine. But I'm kind of just going off of everything they're telling me because I don't know what's right and what's wrong. So
If something happened to you, do you think it happened before you moved here or after?
I honestly couldn't say. This ain't the first time that I've woken up at that lake. I think there's something inside it.
Which lake do you mean, my friend?
Don Julio.
Yeah, Don Julio.
Okay, I must have missed that.
Yeah, he said it right before you walked over. You say that they're beating you.
That was just Crash just that one time. I don't want to get him in trouble if he
No, no, no. Of
finds
course
out I'm
not.
talking. He'll mad again.
No, no, yeah, no, of course not. My question was actually going to be, why would you stay with friends that are beating you?
I have nothing else.
That's fair. It sounds like when you were talking about a few years ago, you were probably a sheriff, maybe?
Not really.
Or a deputy?
Shit.
Am I correct?
Okay,
I don't know
so
all that.
the names that he's mentioning,
sure.
Crash, that's connected to a pusher gang, and there is a member of the pusher gang that does have a citizen file named Rylan, and he's wanted and for questioning.
Ooh.
If it's the same feller, and they just never had his name spelled right, we maybe have him sitting right here, right now.
Yeah, the way I.
But he doesn't want to talk to law. I think he's afraid somebody in the gang's going to hurt him.
He, the way I spelled it in the report is how he spelled it in the telegram to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that Law probably spelled it wrong.
Yep, it could be that they never got it right.
Yeah.
They're not gonna accept. They can't. They ain't found me yet.
We gotta treat this a little carefully because I don't feel good about, sending law on a delirious man.
No, I figure we just do what we always look, when he's in the office, the concern is treating him.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll of course notify law, but like, not go grab a deputy right now.
Yeah, not go grab one right now. We'll focus on treatment now.
I think we're close to as much as we can do, other than just asking him questions to try and figure out why he's got memory loss. Aside from that, I don't think we can do a whole lot.
Yeah. And also, if he should regain his memory and turns out to be a violent criminal, we don't want to be his enemy either.
Right.
Pressing him for information. So I think Blake's doing wonderful over there.
Yep. So maybe we ought to just we've done the best we can, let him go, and maybe stop Miss Fox from asking him any more questions.
It's okay. He seems comfortable with her, but
Okay.
we could definitely at least tell him to, don't hesitate to reach out if he wants to talk to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or if he
We
feels
got
like he needs
counselors
our
and such.
attention more. Yeah. He needs to have a little help to jog his memory, as it were.
Probably gonna need to lock me up for a while.
Or he can just out himself like that. I don't know.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I said, they remember, but I don't, so going along.
Going along, you're right. Has it possibly been one of those things where they claim they remember, but in reality they don't remember anything and are using your lack of knowing against you? People are horrible like that.
They don't
Just
get
checking
nothing out
telegrams.
of that, though. I don't know what they would get out of that.
Well, it's entirely possible it's just simply
Why does
somebody
she have a
to
navy?
take a fall for them, maybe. Because I don't know about you, but I personally wouldn't want any of my friends beating on me. That doesn't sound very friendly, does it?
No. He did send me a telegram. He said he was too hard on me.
Well, sometimes people act out of anger, and that's their true selves, as opposed to when they're calm and they realize that what they did was wrong. That's possible that he truly did feel sorry for it, but if you're honestly scared that he'll do it again, do you
Robert,
think his
I'm just going
apology
to
was
respond
actually
to
true?
something in Strawberry.
Okay. Sounds good,
know.
Matthew.
I really don't know what to. Honest,
Yeah, that's
like I can't trust my own head.
well.
I'm
That
forgetting
is
from
your
moment to
concussion.
moment. I'm just. Just a.
So, is there anything you like to do? Maybe on your own or like in a group that they don't tend that your friends don't really like to do is maybe hunt, fish, you know?
Oh, I don't remember anything. Just.
Mhm.
Oh. Just adrift. No, I'm.
Yeah, nobody likes being adrift.
Well, Mr.
Right.
Shelby, we're probably close to the limit of what we can actually do for you physically today
Yeah.
in terms of injuries and such.
Yeah.
If you'd like to talk to a counselor with the Department of Health, you can certainly reach out via tip the same kind of way that you did about getting checked out for the bear attack.
Okay.
Aside from that, would you like to talk with anybody, or?
I think I just gotta get back to the lake.
I think you should avoid the lake. That's why I was
It's
asking
gonna
if
be
there's
anyway.
things.
It's gonna be.
Well,
I'm gonna be somewhere else, and I'm gonna wake up at that lake again. Not gonna remember how. It's gonna happen.
I see. Well, this is why I was asking if there was anything you like to do possibly by yourself. I say maybe have a few days where you just get lost up in the woods, live off the land, think, just kind of relax and be figure out who you are again because like I said nobody likes being adrift, but I feel like you should avoid that lake personally.
Okay.
But like he said, we do have counselors available. I am not one. I'm sorry. I'm not one. But just my person to person because I care kind of thing, I would recommend staying away from that lake, staying away from your friends. Don't answer any telegrams unless it's you are sending one to the medics for either a checkup, which I recommend doing in a few days, or looking into possibly talking to a therapist. And then only answer the ones that come from the medic line. I feel like a few days to yourself might help you figure out who you are, you know?
Okay.
But just avoid the lake is my advice to you, person to person, not medic to patient.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yes.
You'll do perfectly fine. You're a strong man.
Thanks for helping me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Of course, Mr. Shelby. Of course.
Take my leave, I guess, but I'll be in touch if I need.
Sure. You be safe.
Sorry, I got a little attached to that one, it seems like.
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't see anything indicating any kind of drug usage, at least on his arms, without
Nope.
checking
That's
his
exactly.
legs or anything
that's
else.
why I was asking, because we just had a lady show up that did have track marks.
Yeah, he had scars on his arms, but they were old. I didn't see any new puncture wounds, bruises, anything like that. So.
Yep. And while we were chatting, Chevalier and White and myself were checking various things. He might have a connection to a gang, and if he does, there is a name in there that it's not Raylan, it's Rylan, which could be just some deputy being lazy and spelling something wrong. But if so, the feller's wanted for questioning, so we just kind of, gotta be as careful as we can with folks like that and help them as we can, and then kind of sort of encourage them to, seek us out if they need more help. But at this point now, we have to probably go and let Law know that something's up. But Birdie and Chevalier might have done that already, so we can go check in with them now.
All right. Whoop. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good.
That was a long
evening.
stint. Are you tired, Blake?
No, I'm not. I feel bad because I wish I could help him more. I will admit I got a little attached to that one.
That's okay. That's okay. You did great. Absolutely. I mean, there's not that much we can do. You know, I mean, some things are just need to be left to law. But we did what we could. So
Yeah. I talked to Silas because he mentioned counseling and stuff like that, and he said that he has somebody for today, and I asked to sit in on it and he said yes if they are comfortable with it. I think that might be something I'd like to pursue.
I think you would be great at it. From what I just saw now, yeah. I think you would fit that role quite well.
It's very possible, yes, very possible.
If there was one recommendation I could do right now, it would be take the information that you've learned, considering the suspect nature of it, either pop a tip into law or request a deputy to swing on by here at the Blackwater Medical Office, because you've had a concerning patient recently. And then fill them in. Because they're like, yeah, this fellow, we think he could be this fellow, and the citizen file's just misspelt and things like that. I've already added it in to the new one we've made, the other spelling of the name, so that way they will be able to find it like that.
Alright. Yeah, I can do that. Let me go do that real fast.
Radio.
Yeah, I know my name was misspelled in the citizen registry. They also got my age wrong too, and I think they corrected it.
Well, maybe that could be why I never found your thing earlier.
Well, the medical doctor already corrected at least the name. It was originally with 2 L's, is what the deputy that did it put it as.
Gotcha.
He also listed me as 19, which is also not true.
Single note, White and Chevalier, if you want to step inside real quick. This is more to do with the trainee.
Sure.
Excuse us.
If we can figure out a way to sort of boost her confidence in terms of the work that she's doing, she kept sort of looking to me for confirmation in terms of like, is this enough blood, when she was taking the blood test from Oliver out there, and just kind of generally just seems to need a little bit more of a boost in terms of her own capabilities. She is very capable, and we can all see that, but she seems to be doing a lot of like, am I doing this right? Which is not necessarily bad, it's just a thing I'm noting.
Was it the first time she'd ever drawn blood?
Nope, she's done multiple blood tests before.
Could just be those nerves.
It could be. But it's not just blood testing though. I've noticed it in a couple of other places. You know, differing like, does this look ill to you? Kind of things. So I know we'll get her there. Just
she has already been put up for certification, but I think everyone's like that first initial period of getting into it, getting used to it. But I can see the concern if it, especially if it lingers.
Yep, I just think it's a thing that we can kind of like encourage. It's not based on her abilities. I wouldn't say it would bar her from anything, and I wouldn't even necessarily say she needs to stay in the trainee program, because she's got the knowledge and the know-how. It's just a question of sort of getting used to getting in the rhythm of it, relying more on herself, and then sort of us if it's something she's never come across before, I guess.
Agreed.
Yeah, if there's one thing we're good at, it's boosting each other.
I just very distinctly remember that first time that you asked me, Dr. Chevalier, if I'd run an IV if I knew how to do it, and I said, sure, and you said, can you or can you not? And I said, I guess I can, and you said, nope, can you or can you not? That's just stuck with me for a long time, so I kind of watched for that in other people.
The days. Oh, giving people that little prod. We'll keep an eye on her.
Yep.
I might end up doing the same thing to Blake what I did to you that time.
Might
Helps
be
to
helpful.
give people that push.
Might be
It really
helpful.
gives them that little push there of the right. You can either do it or you can't. There is no try.
Yep.
At least, especially when it comes to matters like this. But
Very, very true.
I'm going to be
Anyway.
heading down to Armadillo. I'm going to go keep the paper sweet. So I should be back up and around here in a little bit. But yes, it should be interesting.
Vannevar went up to Strawberry to help a patient there, I think.
Radio.
Oh,
That's what he told me when he stepped out anyway.
Yep.
Oh,
two
crap.
two
Double
down in
down.
Strawberry.
Has he got it? Do we need somebody else going there?
Probably a bit of support wouldn't go amiss for him. Could get Blake.
We could.
yeah. Why not put in a final stint of training? Sure.
Yeah. Do it.
Is it one up there and give him some hands?
Yeah, I can. I sent a letter to law, a tip to law, so if they show up, don't be surprised.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take you up that, Blake.
Yeah. Seems like one or two of us ought to stay here then that actually interacted with Mr. Shelby.
Oh, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
I was having a look at my file to make sure that I was talking to another person who had their citizen registry all wrong, and I remember they did mine wrong a bit ago. And I know they marked down the wrong age for me as younger than I actually am, and I'd rather it be correct. And I don't know if I'm able to change my own registry or if I just have to go to somebody else for that.
So, technically you can do it yourself, but it's frowned upon.
All
So
right.
I can go ahead and do that for you.
Alright, I appreciate it. It's a small thing, it's just my age, and I'd rather them have the correct documents about me since I am part of transit, and I'd rather
Yeah, no,
them know
absolutely.
everything right about me.
What's your age?
21. I'm gonna be 22 this year, well, this September.
Gotcha. Yep. And you're a member of transit. That we don't have that marked in here either.
Yeah, I remember the deputy that would originally put my name as 2 L's, and I'd rather it all be correct.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I do appreciate it again.
Yeah, no problem. There we go. Oliver Slick with the Saints Crossing Transit Authority, age 21.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is your telegram number is KU702?
That is also correct.
Okay, just double checking that. Good. Then you're all updated.
Alright. I appreciate it again.
Yeah, of course. Happy to assist.
I am as well, so if you all need a transport going, just give me a shout. I've been mostly just going around hunting right now.
Yep, we'll let you know. Hey, pilot.
Alright.
How are you, my friend?
Speaking of hunting, I'm going to do a little bit more, and I'll be around town in case you need it.
Sure,
For
sure.
anything.
Just pop in, let us know.
Alright, will do, will do.
I got Margot about 2.
send a telegram to a patient on my bear back.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are going to make sure that this is actually linked to Mr. Raylan Shelby. Yeah, we do not have an Oliver. I need to archived true. Well, you just have the one. And that's from a long while ago. That could be Wombex for all I know. I don't know. We are just waiting. Though we can go back to the office now, I think. Yeah, she told me. She got up to some stuff after that. But it was kind of funny, Pilot. I was playing my medical character, so I actually heard you through the wall and went, say, that sounds like the guy that rides with the Redjacks that was here the other time. What was his name? Oh, he said it last time. Nate Bennett. That's right. Because that's the second time I've been in Valentine while you've come in looking for guns. But then I heard you say, maybe we'll feed somebody to a bear. And I immediately went, It was very, very funny. No, Abdul and Runa actually had like a real brief scene super late, because she went and got up to something after you guys did that, and then was like, "Hey, I need to give you this." She's wild. If you ever bump into Abdul, he will certainly tell you about it. But RP's been good, man. We have a trainee who's real close to certification, although I don't think she knows it, which is great. But everybody in the department's kind of sitting around being like, all right, she's nearly there. But we've had a lot going on today. Ooh. Freddie Foster. Interesting. Oh, and they're back. There's now at least 2 people that know about Nate's interesting medical condition. Because it's just a super interesting thing that we just have on file. But my favorite part about the meta stuff is that, like, Moody still has no idea what Nate looks like. He's just heard his voice.
We were not there for very long.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
No, we got there and he was already done. So.
Well, Matthew works quick.
That's not a bad thing.
There wasn't much work to do, luckily. Just a few wolf scratches for the 2 gentlemen.
Simple thing. Simple thing.
Right.
They didn't have any teeth or claws stuck in them, did they?
No, just a few scratches and a couple of stitches later, and they were back to normal for the most
very
part.
Good.
Got off lucky, I think.
Nobody's been by yet. Birdie's in the medical office at the moment.
Well, there's a lovely lady right there.
Oh yeah,
So.
look at that.
Wag some chins.
Oh, yes,
Hello.
feel free.
Yeah, we heard there was a person with a fun medical situation.
You heard correct. Yep, he's not here any longer, but
No.
we didn't feel like we'd keep him.
Sure.
See?
The name that you want to look under is Raylan Shelby. Although he may have some connection to somebody named Rylan who rides with the Pusher Gang. He may actually be the same person.
So Ryland Shelby is marked here for bear attack and suffering amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Shelby Rye. There's no one else under the name Shelby in our records.
Yep. But if you look at Raylan Shelby,
right?
He's got the alias there, Rylan. If you look up that name, it comes back to somebody with the Pusher Gang, because he mentioned somebody named Crash who apparently has hit him a couple times.
Wait, what's the alias? Because it's not actually listed on his citizen file.
It should be Rylan.
Or Ryalan. Okay.
It's possible that Chevalier, when he actually put it in, didn't put it in on Raylan Shelby and only put it in on the other one.
And is that Rylan Williamson?
No, the Rylan in question didn't have a last name.
Oh, just Rylan, nothing else. Okay, that is a wanted person.
Yep, which is why we telegrammed you.
Oh, okay, now I'm with you. Right.
Yep, because we can't confirm that it is the same person. We just have a suspicion that it is. He's talked to our trainee here the whole time. I sort of overheard the larger portion of it, but she could probably tell you a significant amount more.
Yes.
Rambo,
So he came
thank you for the
in
follow. You play
with
a ranger, don't you?
concussion, thinking it was 1893. Yes. 90,
Nine-
90, 90,
92.
10 fucking years.
92.
Oh, 11, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
He thought he was near Billings, Montana,
Okay.
or at least not terribly far away from it. I guess because he thought he'd be able to get back soon.
Yeah. Said that he had to get back to the lake and didn't want bandages on his face or else crash, and I forget the other name, was gonna ask questions.
Okay.
Asked him why they would ask questions, and he said it because they would be wondering where he's been the last few days. Said alright. Handled his wounds. And partway through it, he seemed to regain his memory. Because, asked a few questions that he had talked about before and seemed confused why we were asking. Said, oh, that happened years ago, something like that.
Yep. The
But
wife that he
mentioned the
was
lake.
the wife that he
Yeah.
was worried about getting back to had been dead for a number of years. Did we ever find out who Lily was after he called you that once?
No, he called me Lily, and then I asked who Lily was. He said, I don't know. And he said, why? I said, I don't know. You just called me
Awesome.
Lily.
Welcome
He's
in,
like, I don't know
Rambo.
what you're talking about. And I said, oh,
Thank you for the follow.
okay. And he called me it again, but I didn't ask the second or third time he did it. After this point,
And the lake in question that he kept wanting to get back to is it Don Julio?
Don Julio.
I think. Yeah.
Don Julio Lake. He
Right.
says he wakes up there constantly. Says that he doesn't know how he gets there. He just wakes up there. He'll try to avoid it and then somehow manages to get back to it. Wakes up not knowing how he got there, what happened. Said this crash beat him. I guess he got angry at him or something, beat him, then sent a telegram apologizing about it.
Do you know how long he's been having these memory issues?
He said so for as long as he's been in county.
Well,
He says that they know things and he doesn't, so he follows. He says that he's done bad things.
He was pretty specific that he knew he'd done bad things, but he didn't necessarily know what they were, and that he's done them primarily because the people he's with don't have the memory problems and know why they left Billings, Montana, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he seems to at least be talking like he's following them.
Yeah, like none of his actions are his own.
Interesting. Okay.
right, yeah, because he is actively currently committing crime, apparently.
Yep. When we saw that, that's when I was like, oh, we should probably just kind of encourage him to maybe telegram a counselor and not prolong this interrogation in case he is a violent person and we ask the wrong thing and then we're in a bad situation.
Sure.
So, I think on our end, this is really good information. I think the note that is made on his citizen file is good. I think I'm going to fill in, probably make a general report from our end to make sure that if we do face off with his gang in the future, we know what we're dealing with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know that he wakes up at Don Julio. My hope then is that we can get him separated from the gang and to get him the help he needs then.
Yeah, but might solve some things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for this.
Of course. Happy to assist.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Oh yeah, you know, I just
Couple.
can sort of feel my skin when the weather changes.
Well, I mean, that's a plus.
But yeah, you know, my left ear is missing, but at least my hearing's all right.
There it is.
I mean, hey, as long as you can hear, right?
No, get it, get it.
Oh. No.
You didn't get it.
I get
No.
it, and I crack up every time.
All right, get it. My left
No
ear.
left ear.
Oh. Oh. No, I did not get that. that went. I fear that went right over my head. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I did actually just meet the guy who blew me up, so
Oh, that's
Oh.
interesting.
Oh. Okay.
yeah. Well, it is what it is. You know, I'm alive.
I mean,
I can't bring myself to be sad about it when I'm alive. You know, that's how it is. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish anyway, so.
That horse is gonna kick somebody. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the office, write up a general sort of informational bulletin about this situation with Rylan, and then we'll see what happens. Keep an eye out.
Sure.
Thank you so much, and
Yeah,
good,
appreciate
Yeah,
this.
of course.
good to see you again, Medic Vadavar.
Yes, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better after getting blown up. I suppose it sounds awful.
Oh, yeah, trust me, that second night, not great.
No, it doesn't sound.
Yeah, I imagine
good at
not.
all.
I don't want to think about it. I actually really don't want to talk about it either.
Right.
All right, thanks.
All
I
right,
Alright,
feel
thank
like
you.
I missed something.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
safe.
take it easy.
I feel like I missed something, and I'm curious
That's
as to
okay.
what it was.
It's just about being blown up or whatever. She didn't want to talk about it.
I mean, I wouldn't either, honestly.
No, I don't think I would. Anything on the line there?
Nothing at all.
Oh, good. Where's Birdie and Fletcher? Did they go somewhere?
Who? Oh, you mean Bertie and Chevalier? I don't know. Maybe the telegram
Right.
office.
Oh, yes. Right, I need to get into the habit now of calling him Chevalier.
Yes,
I think he doesn't mind being called Fletcher, but yeah, Chevalier.
it's difficult.
I'm sure it is, after knowing somebody has something for so long.
Oh no, it's fine. We gave him a lot of hell for it last night.
Oh, you did? It was funny. It was so funny.
Deja Brew was last night, Matthew, and so it was.
Oh, yes.
It was
right.
him and his new wife walking up, and everybody going, "All right, what the hell?"
Right, yes, well,
Was his wife there?
Yeah, she was
She-
the
oh, she
lady
must-
in the blue flat cap.
Oh, she must have came after I left.
That's possible, yeah, very possible. She was pretty quiet most of the time while she was there. Nice lady though.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I think she came after I left because there was a surgery that needed to happen. So.
Right. Yep. How'd that go, by the way?
Good. I actually talked to his wife, I think, this morning. She said that they're both doing really well. He's resting and recovering.
Who was this on?
This was Jeremiah's hand.
Yep. That's his fiance. Then.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he was wearing a wedding band, so sorry.
Yeah, they're no. You're fine. They're putting it off, I think, for a little while because they want Silas to walk him down the aisle and Fletcher Chevalier to actually do the wedding, but they're both wanted off and on, and so we can't really associate with them until they've both been lawful for at least 2 months.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is probably a good thing for you to know, just seeing as you're a trainee and all with us.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, of course. Yeah, she swung by earlier, talked to her a little bit, let her
Sure.
go, you know. As for the second one, I haven't seen him, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's hopefully still resting.
Hopefully.
Garrett, yeah.
I would not want to move after that. At least not for a day or two. That's oof.
I think I'm going to grab some food. Does anybody want anything?
I'm alright, thank you.
I'll walk down there with you, because, yeah, I actually need food as well.
Alright, yes, let's go. I was just thinking of going to the saloon and grabbing some stews.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna come in here and buy a few things.
Yeah, no worries, Oliver.
I'm gonna be messing with the tonic stuff, so grabbing a few of the bottles for that.
All right. Hey, K-Darn. Do. I may be going off switching characters real quick. We've had an interesting one, K-Darn. We had a guy that showed up who, you'll be able to read this, and I'm sure somebody will tell you. He walked in thinking it was 1892, and then he wasn't all that far from Billings, Montana, and then he needed to get back there. We were like, well, we have bad news. And then the longer he stayed, the more he seemed to remember, and we were like, okay, this is interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and do this now, though, because we got a bunch of people around. And I'm going to switch characters. I don't have super long today. I haven't left Blackwater yet with Moody. It's just hilarious. And I don't think I'm going to. That's so they don't panic and go, where the heck is he? Because they won't be able to find me. I'm going to hiccup the stream. And I will be right back.